With their architecture, history, and exceptional heritage, certain French villages are more than places to live in. They're treasures to preserve. In Haute-Corse in Corsica, the hilltop village of Sant'Antonino is one of them. Built in the 9th century to defend the area from the Moors, Muslim invaders from Spain, Sant'Antonino was never captured. Olivier Bianconi, a Corsican historian and guide, loves to show visitors around.
We are standing in a dominating square surrounded by defensive walls. These are most probably the remains of the very first ramparts. And what's more, there's a 360-degree panoramic view of the surrounding countryside.
A small paradise with a most beautiful village in France label, which some people wouldn't leave for all the world. At 22 years old, Vincent Giraldi Petrucci is the only young man left in the village. Helped by his father, he harvests olives the old-fashioned way, with nets. Tough work on these steep slopes. But thanks to him, this land hasn't been reclaimed by nature.
When I weed and clean up for weeks, and old people say, "I've never seen it so neat and tidy," I feel happy. I think, he's old and he's known this olive grove for years. It's great. If I went elsewhere, I wouldn't feel good. My life is right here.
A lot of people come to visit the village because of the label. It's very important. It's the most beautiful village in Corsica, if not France.
On the other side of France, in Brittany, the people of Pont-Aven are also proud of their village. It was here that the painter Paul Gauguin chose to live and establish, along with other artists, the renowned Pont-Aven school. Watercolorist Christian Ruiz has also fallen for the village's charms.
I sometimes go out by boat on the River Aven and just sit there on my own, on the riverbed at low tide, and all around there are grey herons taking off and landing. Total silence. It's really something special. Every day is different here, depending on the light. You also have to choose your colors. Today we have bluish grays.
The changing light of Pont-Aven has earned the village the label of most beautiful detour in France, inspiring generations of painters.
I wasn't sure where you'd set up. It's great here.
Christian's wife Jacqueline was born here. She has rubbed shoulders with artists all her life.
When my mum asked me to go and buy bread, I'd go down to the village and could go and see free painting exhibitions.
As we walk along the Aven, Jacqueline invites us to go back in time. 2 centuries ago, French, American, and British artists came to these riverbanks to seek inspiration. They used to stay at this inn.
There was a good atmosphere. They went off painting all day, and when they came back in the evening, they'd all meet up. It's said that they hung their paintings on the wall the moment they got back to the inn, most likely to let them dry. Then they'd look at each other's paintings, assess them, discuss them.
Paul Gauguin was inspired by these houses to paint washerwomen at Pont-Aven, and it was in this studio that he painted the beautiful angel. Pont-Aven in Brittany has always produced colors worthy of works of art. On the French Riviera, cistus, lavender, birds of paradise, and notably mimosa, have brought renown to the aptly named village of Bormes-les-Mimosas. This pearl of the Var region is renowned as one of France's most beautiful floral villages, and it's in large part thanks to the passion of Albert Bracco.
It was the mayor who asked me to start flowering the village back in 1964. I wanted to create a sense of otherworldliness for visitors to Bormes.
The village-born gardeners started planting curiosities from other parts of the world, like this Chinese hibiscus.
That was in 1965. The exposure to light in Bormes allows us to grow such flowers, along with the sea air. Plus, we're 100 meters above sea level, so the village is 5 degrees cooler than down below.
In 1970, the National Council of Floral Villages awarded Bormes with its 4-flower label, and the village has never lost it since. For its reign to continue, Bormes invests more than 100,000 euros every year, and also holds an annual Most Beautiful Garden competition. Marie-Rose Pensée has won it twice, maybe because she spends several hours gardening every day.
There's the watering, removing the wilted flowers.
A well-tended garden visible from outside the property. That's the demand of the judges, who can pass by any day unannounced and unseen, and who seem to appreciate Marie-Rose's variety of flowers.
French marigolds, of course. And lots of petunias, because they flower very nicely. But it's expensive.
How much does it cost you each year?
At least 500 euros.
But Mary Rose doesn't mind the expense as long as her garden is full of flowers. And as long as her beloved village of Bormes-les-Mimosas remains one of the most beautiful in France.